Namaste children, and a very good morning to all of you. Welcome to your new class, class 5. We are grown up children now. So welcome to class 5, and this is your first EVS 1 class with Akaman. We will start with chapter 1 today. I know it feels bad that we are still not coming to school and having classes online. Let's hope we will come down to offline classes soon. But in the meantime, let's continue with our online classes. We'll start with chapter 1, which is growing plants. As you've done in class 3 and class 4 also, that we can grow plants from the seeds. And not necessarily seeds, we can grow plants from other parts of the plant also. You must have seen your mother putting cuttings of money plant, or the gardener putting cuttings of money plant or rose, etc. So it's not necessary by seeds, but most plants grow by seeds. So today we will discuss about the structure of the seeds, how seeds germinate, and we will also learn about how dispersal of seeds takes place. So first of all, we start with the structure of the seed. You can all do this also at home. I will show you a dissection here in a video, but you could also try it yourself. Soak some rajma seeds, and then you can open them and see as shown in the video. Soak them overnight and you can try it out yourself also, right? So first of all, I will discuss the structure of the seed with you, which is, so what happens is, if you look at the seed, this is what I will say a chana seed looks like. So there's a hard covering outside of a seed coat, we call it. And also you see this kind of mark over there. So this mark is actually the place at which the seed was attached to the parent plant. Like you all have a navel, belly button. That is the place from where you were attached to your mother. So a scar remains. So similarly, a scar remains, which is called the hilum. And just at the bottom of the hilum, there's a small hole, which is called the micropyle, because the seed also needs to breathe. It needs to, when we soak it in water, it has to absorb the water. So from where does it do it? It does it all that from the micropyle, which is a small hole-like structure just below the hilum. It is called the micropyle. Hilum is nothing but a scar showing the point with which it was attached to the fruit. The seed was attached to the fruit. When we cut open our seed, we will see two leaf-like structures, thick, fleshy leaf-like structures, which are called cotyledons. And there is the baby plant, which is called the embryo. It consists of two parts, the plumule and the radicle. These things will become even more clearer when I show you the video on the structure of the seed.
I have a kidney bean here, and you can see if I pinch it a little bit, it's not going to come apart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the very tip of the scalpel, hold it like a pencil, actually going to put it in the tray, and just with the very tip of the scalpel, I'm just going to cut through that seed coat. I'm not going to go into the seed hardly at all. And that should be enough to peel away the seed coat. And as you can see, I'm starting to peel it away ever so gently. I'm going to peel that away. That's all the seed coat. And I'm taking care not to squeeze it or pinch it too hard. I don't want to damage the embryo. And you can see the embryo sticking out right there just a little bit. Now I'm going to give it just a little pinch so I can pull this apart. There we go. It should just break in two automatically because it is a dicot seed. Let me move some of these other parts out of the way. I'm going to dab this just a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit of iodine on here so to bring out the color. Just very small amount. And I'm going to soak it up just a little bit there. And if we look in here, you can see the embryo right here. Here's the embryo. And then you can see the top part of that embryo right there, that epicotyl or plumule. And then the middle third is going to be the hypocotyl. And then the lower third is going to be the radicle. And again, all of this other area right here is going to be our cotyledon, all cotyledon, which is going to be our future food for our developing embryo.
Right. So this is, we showed you how to go about it. We'll do it in a live class also, and you can try it at home also. So basically, he talked of something for term called dicot. Dicot means two. Di means two, cot is the short form of cotyledons. So there are many seeds which have two cotyledons, which are called dicot seeds. And there are some seeds which have only one cotyledon, they are called monocot seeds. So wheat, rice, maize, all these things, all these grains have only one cotyledon, they are called monocot seeds. Whereas bean, rajma, your chana, your matar, all these dal, all the dals you have, they have two cotyledons. Right, so basically they are called the dicot seeds and the monocot. So we are doing only the structure of the dicot seed and how the dicot seed germinates or grows into a new plant. So this was the structure of the baby plant, and the baby plant is called the embryo. The embryo has two parts, the plumule and the radicle. The radicle grows into a root, the plumule grows into a shoot. The easy way to remember, root R, radical R. So the radical grows into a root, the plumule grows into a shoot. What is the function of the cotyledons? Cotyledons are just food stored for the baby plant. See, it's something like the parent plant is throwing away the seed to grow into a new place. It will go away to a new place and grow into a new place. So now who will give food to the baby plant? If you come to school, mama gives you a tiffin. Bhook lagegi, you can eat it. Or you're traveling somewhere, mama will pack something for you. You might feel hungry on the way. So some food for you. So similarly, this baby plant cannot make its own food till now. Jab tak, till it does not get those green leaves, it cannot make its own food. So till it cannot make its own food, the food has to be provided by the parent, and that is provided in the cotyledons. The cotyledons provide the food for the growing plant, and the growing plant or the baby plant is called the embryo. Embryo has two parts, the plumule and the radicle. Right? So, excuse me. So that was the structure of the seed. Now we'll see how does the seed germinate. Okay, so this is showing the germination of the rajma seed. You can see first the radicle grows out. See, it's growing out. This is a fast forward method of time lapse, we call it. And see, the root has started growing. See, it's grown so long, side roots have started growing. After that, the stem starts growing. And as the stem grows, the seed along with the cotyledons is pushed out. And by that time, small leaves have also formed from the plumule. And now you're getting double view over here. So here you can see the small leaves have also formed. And this stem grows out, and see the seed coat falls off. And I'll just move this about. Yeah. So now the cotyledons are visible and the first two leaves have come out. Now the role of the cotyledons is over. Now the seed or the plant or the seedling can make its own food. Now over here, look at the cotyledons very carefully. See what is happening. They are shrinking and becoming smaller. See? They are shrinking, they are becoming smaller, they have lost their purpose, and the plant is growing. And see, after some time, see, they will fall off. The cotyledons, see, they dropped off, then they fell down here, see, the cotyledons dropped off. Now, this is a complete plant, a new plant, and see how well the roots have grown. The leaves have come, and this is now a full-grown plant or a seedling. How a new plant grows from a seed. So this is how. Now imagine if all the seeds were to fall below the parent plant. What will happen? They will not be able to grow very well. Why? The resources are limited. What are the resources a plant needs? It needs the soil, the minerals in the soil. It needs water from the soil, and it needs sunlight to grow. Right? Now, if the seeds fall below the parent plant, now let's say in one season, 1,000 seeds fell down. Mango tree dekha na sabne kitne sare mangoes lagte hain. And if all the mango seeds fall below the mango tree, so maybe 100, 150, 200 mango seeds will be there below the tree. Now, the amount of nutrition and water which was being used by one tree is now being divided into 100 or 150 seeds which want to grow. So kitna competition niche बढ़ गया. Plus that tree on top is stopping the sunlight. So the seeds won't get, the baby plants which grow below the tree won't get enough sunlight to grow. So the parent also knows this, and therefore what do? They want to send their seeds far away so that they can grow in a fresh and new place. So what do? Now the tree can't walk, the trees can't walk. Otherwise the tree would have walked and thrown one seed there and one seed there and one seed there, which is not possible now. So how does the plant send its seeds to other places? It uses agents in nature, agents like wind, water, animals which are there around, and a method called explosion. So the process by which the trees disperse their seeds, you understand the meaning of disperse? Chutti hoti hai, we call it dispersal time. You all were together in one place, now everyone goes home to different places. Somebody goes to Mohali, somebody goes to Panchkula, somebody goes to Chandigarh, maybe sector 47, somebody goes to sector 8, somebody goes to sector 22. So you all go to different places, you disperse. So the process by which the parent plant disperses its seeds in various places or in different directions is called dispersal. So the seeds are dispersed, or dispersal of seeds takes place, and the main agents for dispersal of seeds are wind, water, wind or air, water, animals, and explosion of the fruit, right? So we'll first start with dispersal of seeds by wind. Things blow in the wind. Light things will blow, heavy things don't blow away. A small hanky will blow away. But if you have a big, huge blanket, heavy blanket or a sweater, will it blow away in the wind? No. So anything to blow away needs to be light. So the plants also know this, that if we want to use the wind to blow away our seeds have to be light. Or a simple piece of paper does not go very far, but when you fold it into a paper plane and throw, it goes right to the other end of the classroom. Yes. So similarly, the plant also knows that if I give my seed wings or maybe a tuft of hair or something, my seeds will be able to fly with the wind and go far away. Right. So the seed structures are modified to help them disperse by wind. And examples of dispersal by wind are dandelion, cotton, maple, right? I'll show you a PowerPoint in which I'll show you the seeds of all these plants, and I'll show you which are the structures which help them to fly. The next is dispersal by water. There are some seeds which grow close to the sea or the rivers. For example, we know coconuts grow close to the seashore. So if the coconuts have to go to far away places, they have to be able to float in water. You all have eaten a coconut. Green bhi dekha hai or dry bhi dekha hai na? Green ones you have that nariyal pani, right? So the outer husk is very hard. When the coconut becomes ripe, it is the brown coconut which you get with that hair on top. What happens? This hair has a lot of air spaces which makes the seed, the whole fruit light, so it can float in water. And when it floats in water, it is with the water moving water, it is taken to faraway places until somewhere go and land up in some nook and corner and start growing into a new tree over there. Right. So that is dispersal by water. So examples are water lily, lotus, coconut, and there is a mangrove seed. All these are plants. Mangroves are plants which grow in half water. They're partially in water and partially on land. So the shallow areas of water, they grow over there. So all these plants, they use water as their method of dispersal of seeds. The next is dispersal by animals. Now by animals, there are two ways to do it. One is that the seeds are, fruits and seeds are eaten by animals. You eat a mango. Do you eat the seed of the mango? No, you throw away the seed of the mango. Yes. Or you eat a lychee, or you eat watermelon, or you eat a melon. What do? You throw away the seeds. Now that watermelon must have grown in some other place. By the time the monkey started eating or some other animal started eating, it went and threw the seed somewhere else. And let's take the example of a mango. Mango tree par mangoes lage the, monkey climbed up and he plucked a mango and he ran away. And he went in some quiet corner and quietly ate his mango and threw away the seed. automatically the seed from the mango tree has gone into some other corner of the jungle, into a new place. So they used the fresh, juicy pulp of the fruit to attract the animals. उनको कुछ खाना दिया ना, animals को कुछ तो फायदा होगा तभी वो आएंगे. So they given the food, they take it, they eat the food, and they throw the seed away into a new place, right? Or sometimes some animals, they collect food for later on. Squirrels and all these things जो अपने winter sleep के लिए अपना, they collect food, ants and all. So sometimes they put the food and then the rain comes, the water comes, and they start growing into a new plant somewhere else, right? Another method is by sticking to the fur of the animals. You must have seen many a times when you have walked through a wild grass area, small, tiny things stick to your socks. They are tiny seeds of the grass. Similarly, there is a seed called cocklebur. Cocklebur has small tiny hooks on it which tend to stick to the fur of the animals, and once the animals, they move out, they scratch them off and they fall in a new place. So that is by animals. And the last one is by explosion. The mechanism is such that the fruit explodes with a bang. When it explodes with a bang, the seeds are thrown far away, right? So some examples are balsam, then you have peas, you have that sea cucumber, and you have the balsam, you have bhindi. All these fruits, they explode and they make the seeds fly far away. They explode like this, and the seeds inside are pushed, and they are pushed far away from the parent plant. So that is the method of explosion. So I'll show you a PowerPoint or the different pictures of the seeds. Okay, so this is basically seeds which are dispersed by wind. See, this is the seed, and this is a parachute-like structure. These are the dandelion seeds, and these tufts help them to fly easily along with the air. This is again by wind. Again, they have a tuft of hair on top, and this is the seed. So this tuft helps them to fly along with it in the air. This is again a seed. This is the seed, and these are the wings or glider-like structures which are provided, and this actually glides in the air and goes very far away. You've seen gliders. Gliders can go so long. Paragliding, I don't know, some of you must have done it also. Paragliding, you jump off a cliff on a glider, and slowly you glide and reach a far away place. So from a height, if you use a glider and fall down, you glide and go very far away. So same thing, the tree is very tall, it falls from the tree and the wind carries it, it glides in the air and goes very, very far away. The next one is also, this is also by wind. I've grouped them together. So see, these are the tufts and these are the seeds packed in the fruit, and they are carried away by the wind, picked up by the wind and carried away. This is again by wind. This is called the maple seed. Maple seed, this is wing attached. This is the seed and this is a huge wing, and they go spinning like this. One end heavy, one end light, which is a wing. So they start spinning round and round, and they go like this. This is again by wind. This is the seed, and this is the huge wing, and they also go spinning like this in the air. This one is by water. These are the lotus seeds. You can see these are the seeds inside, these seeds. So this whole fruit is very light and spongy. So even if it falls off, it will float in water. Even the seeds are light and spongy. If they fall out from this, they will also float in water and they get carried away to far off places. This is again, see, the coconut is floating in water. With time, as it is going with the water, this outer covering starts rotting. Galna sarna shuru ho jata, it rots, and ultimately only the hard shell and the coconut remains, which has a tiny embryo inside it. So that embryo, then when it becomes heavy, it will drop to the bottom of the sea or ocean or wherever it is, and it will start growing somewhere in the coastal areas. Next, this is by hooks. You can see hook-like structures here. So these hook-like structures, with this, they get stuck to the animal's fur or body, and they are carried out from this place. See, they've shown you also here. They are stuck to the dog's body, to the fur of the dog. And when the dog comes out, it will scratch them off or shake its head and get rid of them, and they will go and fall in a new place. This again, see here, you can see the hooks so clearly, the hooks are visible. So these hooks go and attach to the skin or the fur of animals. This is this is the grass seed. I was talking of here, small tiny grass seeds stick to your socks. So here you can see these are hook-like structures. It is actually called the spear grass because these look like spearheads. This is the spear grass. These are the seeds, and these hooks, they get stuck to the clothes and fur of animals, and they get transported far away. Animal as food, the animals will eat the apple and throw the core away. Sometimes seeds like fruits like guava, right? This is cherry, you'll eat the cherry and spit out the seeds of the cherry. Fruits like guava, you eat the entire fruit. Guava, you have your cucumber, you have your tomato. You don't throw the seeds, right? You eat the seeds. But the seeds, nature has made that way that your stomach cannot digest them. The acids and the juices in your stomach cannot digest them. And they come out as full, complete seeds out of your system when you go to the toilet in the morning. Now, animals don't have a potty seat to go, na? So they just go out in the jungle. So it comes out and it's dropped somewhere in the soil, and they will grow into a new tree from there. Yes, so this is by explosion. This was the fruit, it exploded, and now only this is left, and the seeds have flown away. Okay? This is the Himalayan balsam. This is the sea cucumber. It's called the squirting, not sea, sorry. It's called the squirting cucumber. Squirting seed was attached here. The pressure builds up, fluid builds up, pressure builds up, and ultimately it just explodes. And this is all the seeds and seeds and the water or the fluid inside going out, and they go and land in different places. See this, it is joint over here. This is one which has not exploded. This is in the process of explosion. So all these things just fly out and they land in faraway places. This seed has also opened out after explosion, and now see all these things have curled after explosion, and the dry seeds are falling off. This was on dispersal of seeds, the different structures of seeds, which helps them to disperse by different methods. So in today's class, we have discussed the structure of the seed, the germination of the seed, and dispersal of seeds. Right? I will try to send you a video in the next assignment class where, or maybe I'll show it to you in the live class. We'll see how it works out, where actually we'll show you dispersal of the various seeds, right? So that's about it for today, and take care and bye-bye.